the furs for 67. One of the most interesting aspects of a newsreel company is its library. Movietone covers over 4 decades of history in pictures. It's fascinating and often illuminating to look at the news in retrospect. We know about the headlines of 1967, but what was happening in this very same month 30 years ago? 1937 was the year of coronation. In February, we were anticipating that event, checking over the crown jewels, and among famous personalities of 1937, Shirley Temple.
Coronation, now that you're a member of my stable, I want you to meet another member of the stable. Ching Ching, this is Little Carnation.
1967 is the Diamond Jubilee of the Scout movement. In 1937, its founder was visiting India. Big names in sport, Wally Hammond and Don Bradman. Winning the skating championship of Great Britain, Cecilia College. Remember Bombardier Billy Wells and Jack Doyle? This was a friendly bout with Len Harvey looking on and the Marquis of Queensberry keeping tabs on the rules. Main news event of this month, 30 years ago, the disastrous floods in the United States, the worst in American history. Over 1 million people made homeless. This month is the anniversary of the fall of Singapore to the Japanese. Newsreel audiences 30 years ago were watching this peacetime review by the Emperor. In the same month, Adolf Hitler was at the Berlin Motor Show talking prophetically about a German people's car, one ambition that did come off. Also in Berlin, Britain takes part in an international tribute to the fallen of the First World War. 2 years later, it was to start all over again. In France, ski troops in training, none too soon. The Italians were doing the same. The mailed fist in Luxembourg, a parade of the whole army, all 250 of them. Saber rattling in Monaco, her forces at full strength too, all 75 of them. In 1937, Britain still had an empire, trooping the colour by the Essex Regiment in the Sudan. Vietnam was still French Indo-China. A new Governor-General could still rate a news story. But there was a war in 1937, the terrible Civil War in Spain. This was Malaga exactly 30 years ago.
We have just entered Malaga after the victorious and amazingly rapid advance of General Franco's troops.